Hello, everyone, and welcome to summer school at Wisconsin Virtual Learning. We're really glad that you have chosen Wisconsin Virtual Learning to get a couple of courses out of the way this summer. My name is Mrs. Mielke, and I teach some of the electives. So the purpose of this video is for me to be able to show you how to be successful in my electives. So I'm hoping that each one of you, when you go onto your home pages for those courses that you're taking, have a video similar to this so that you know how to be successful in each of the courses that you're taking. Now, you might be taking Gothic fiction, or you might be taking Intro to Social Media. It doesn't matter which one of my electives you're taking, they all run very, very similar. So today I'm going to be showing you mythology and folklore. But even though you might be taking something else, you'll be able to apply what I'm showing you to that course. So for the most of this video, I'm going to be sharing my screen with you and just showing you, walking you through how these courses work and where to submit your work, things like that. So give me just a second to share my screen and I'll get started. All righty, hopefully you can see my screen now. And actually what you're seeing is my dashboard. So at this point, you have already logged into Canvas, and this is the first screen that comes up. Now you might notice over here that I have more options than you do. That's simply because I'm a teacher and the dean for summer school. So I have a couple of different options that you don't have. I also have a lot more courses that you're probably seeing here. You'll only have a couple of courses showing. So I'm going to scroll down here to mythology and folklore, and I'm going to choose my summer school one. I also taught this during second semester. But all you do is choose mythology and folklore or whatever course you're wanting to go into. And from there, you're able to see the home page. So on the home page, you're going to see the course overview for this. This is what you're watching right now. This is a picture of me, and also my contact information is on that home page. Feel free to call me or to email me whenever you get stuck or need help. There's also a link here to the writing expectations at Wisconsin Virtual Learning. And I do not have set office hours this summer. You should just go ahead and email me if you need help, that you need me to meet with you, and I will certainly make a time that works for both you and me. Okay, so that's basically the home page. There's always going to be announcements, and this announcement just basically is telling you that I'm glad that you've chosen to take my elective, and please let me know if you need any help along the way. Now, if there's ever anything throughout the summer that I need to share with you, I will typically either send you an email through Canvas, or I will put up an announcement. So make sure you check the announcement pages at least maybe once a week, or more often when you think about it. But I usually will email you also if there's something really important that I need to tell you. In the modules tab is where you are going to find all the lessons. In fact, I'm going to actually go back to my home screen for a minute here, and I'm going to switch over to student view. I just want to make sure that everything I'm showing you is exactly what you'll see on your end. So in the modules tab, you're going to find all the lessons for the course. So when you open it up, you're going to go ahead and open up the first lesson, and you will see, you might have to click to enable the Adobe Flash Player. Allow it if you need to.
Unit Summary. Since prehistoric times, people have passed important stories down from generation to generation. Although cultures differed significantly throughout history, many of these oral traditions are similar.
Okay, to get that video to stop, I just needed to go back to the modules tab because it didn't give me a pause button. So you'll see that a lot of it is going to be read to you along the way. But you can see that each of the lessons here is listed. Lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to read through those or listen through each of those. Then you have a reflection, some text questions, and here's your first assignment, which are the Unit 1 text questions. Now, how will you know if it's an assignment that you have to turn in? Well, what I do in my courses is I give you a clue by indenting everything that has to be turned in. So you'll notice that all of these look like they have a paper clip next to them, and they're all along the margin. But this one is indented. That's your clue that it's something that you have to turn in to me. It also has a due date underneath it. This one is due June 18th, and it's worth 10 points. Here's another one that has to be turned in. It's due June 19th for 10 points. So anything that you have to turn in to me, an assignment, a quiz, an assessment, an exam, it'll usually and hopefully always be indented for you as your clue that it is something that you have to do. You'll also see that the icon is a little different. This one is a paper clip, but this one looks to be like a piece of paper with a pencil. And if you hover over it, it says assignment. This one is a link because it's lab questions, so it takes you away from the modules tab and you go and learn about something. Another assignment. And here's what it shows for quizzes. It looks like a little rocket. So that's when you're going to have a quiz, but it's also labeled as a quiz. And then you have some discussion questions to turn in, and you'll notice that those look like little boxes of people talking. So anytime it's something to turn in, it should be indented for you and have a due date. If you scroll down, you'll see that this particular course has, here's Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, and then you'll see we get to the midterm. That's your clue that there's going to be 8 units total because the midterm is always going to come to you halfway through. So, like I said, you simply click on the lesson and it'll open up and you'll be able to read it. Like this one is a reading one, not one that you listen to. That one, other one that I clicked on happened to be something you're able to listen to. You go ahead and read through it. When you get to the bottom, click the next button. It'll take you to the next page. And then you read through the next page. Click the next button. And you keep going. You read through all of the lessons, which if I go back to the modules tab, it looks like in Unit 1, there are 5 lessons for you to read. And then a reflection, and then your text questions will come up. And it says, please complete the following questions. It is important that you use full sentences and present the questions and answers when you submit your work. Now, by the way, that might not seem like it's really important, but it actually is. Now, during the summer, I'm going to be teaching multiple courses, like I alluded to before. So it really helps me if you have the question and your answer for each one of the text questions. If you put the question and the answer in there, it actually helps me quite a bit. It tells you how much it's worth. And here are the questions. You can simply copy and paste these questions into a Google document or a Microsoft Word in order for you to hand it in to me. And your discussion questions are at the bottom. So whenever you get to the bottom of the page, it's very simple. You hit next and it'll take you to the next one. Here is where you submit an assignment. I wanted to go through this so that you know how to submit an assignment. When you're ready to submit your text questions, you click on Submit Assignment. And it's going to ask you if you want a file upload. So if you did it in Microsoft Word, you're going to have to upload it. So you're going to have to choose the file from your computer, and then you'll submit it there. If you do it in Google Docs, you're going to click on the website URL. You're going to put that URL in there and click Submit Assignment. Now, if you're using Google Docs, don't forget to share it with me. And my email address, I believe, is on the home page for you right here. So make sure that you always share your documents in Google Docs with me so that I can see them. Otherwise, what I do is I put in a 0 and then I put in a comment and I tell you I need you to share this with me. If you're ever wondering how you're doing in the course, click on the Grades tab and that will take you to your own grade book. Now, what you'll see here is all of the assignments for the entire summer, and they're all listed by due date. So you've got June 18th, 19th, there's a few, then 20th, 21st, and so on and so on. Right now, all of your scores are showing as little dashes. That means that nothing has been turned in yet. Once you turn something in, this will change. It'll either show a link or it'll show a score. And it lets you know, oh, I have it turned in. I'm just waiting for Mrs. Mielke to grade it. Or you haven't turned it in yet. If there's a hyphen there, you haven't turned it in yet. You haven't submitted it. Okay. Once I've graded it or the computer has graded it, most of your quizzes are graded by the computer. That will become a number out of so many. So you know it's a total of 15 points and it'll tell you how many you scored out of the 15. So that's the grades tab. The only other tab you see here is a Blackboard Collaborate tab. This we will use only, actually we probably won't use it during summer. That's our online classroom that we use during the regular school year. But if I need to meet with you, I will most likely meet with you in a Google Hangout. So I'll send you a link to a Google Hangout and we'll meet there. If not, I will have you meet with me in the Blackboard Collaborate room, but I will always let you know. So that's basically the course. Now, I also wanted to show you the calendar because that's going to tell you how you know when you're on pace. So right now, all that's there is the stuff for mythology and folklore for summer school. So you'll see we're starting on the 18th and we're going to do 2 units a week because it's a 4-week class. So in the first week, you're going to do units 1 and 2. I did not put anything on Friday. Friday is going to be your first week catch up. Or if you want to start to work ahead, you may do that on Friday. Then the second week, you're going to do units 3 and 4 and take your midterm. Now let's move on to July. In July, the first week of July, you're going to do units 5 and 6. We don't have school the 4th of July. You may take that day off and spend it with your family and friends. So there's nothing scheduled on the 4th. And then the final week, you're going to do units 7 and 8 and your final exam. Now, this is mythology. Some of my other courses might have different amounts of units. I have tried to spread them out evenly throughout the summer. So it may not look exactly like this, but it'll look similar. It'll tell you what needs to be done each and every day during the summer period. The only other thing that I want to show you here in Canvas is the inbox. Oh, I can't show it to you here. Maybe if I leave student view, I can show you. This is our internal email system. So if you want to write me an email, you click on the button up. Oh, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but you just select the course, which would be mythology and folklore, and you'd put in my name, give it a subject, and write your email to me and go ahead and send it. I'm going to cancel this because obviously I didn't write anything. If you have any email, it'll show up here in your inbox. You just simply click on it to read it. So if you want to compose a message up here, if you need to read a message, they'll show up over here. So that is basically how you're going to run the electives during summer school. Like I said before, I'm really glad that you've chosen to take some electives this summer. If you need any help along the way, please let me know. Simply email me or give me a call. My information is on that homepage, and I'm going to be around all summer to help you out. So have a terrific summer and stay in touch.